Welcome back to our podcast.
And simply welcome if you're listening for the first time. This is Anastasia.
And this is Estelle.
Hi, today we're going to be talking about gender norms, equality, and toxic masculinity, which is honestly a pretty light topic because, there's just so much you can say about it,
Yeah, definitely. I have so many experiences in this. It's definitely not like other topics, like racial inequality, which I don't think I've experienced that kind of thing before because I feel like I'm leading a sheltered life, I think.
Yeah, no, same. I've definitely experienced a few, but, not definitely as bad as, I'm sure a lot of other people have. I have not gotten the worst of it, basically,
No. Yeah. But I think gender norms and equality and these kind of topics is something that I think almost everyone has experienced once in their life.
Exactly. Especially if you're, always, a person of color, I feel like a lot of these gender norms are just, all of this kind of goes to you, and obviously, especially if you're a woman, just because, there's a lot of, stereotypes and stuff that goes around being a person of color, whether that's Asian, that's Black, doesn't matter. There's always stereotypes, and there's also stereotypes being a woman. Our whole world's kind of full of stereotypes, which is really sad, and it can actually cause a lot of pain and even death, like in the case of George Floyd.
Yeah.
That was just disgusting, and that just shows how a lot of just,
I think
stereotypes
and bias really does play a role in everything around us, like everything.
Exactly. It definitely plays a role in everything. In his case,
personally speaking, I used to like the color pink. I still do, but I thought that liking pink was being too girly, in quotation marks, but it's not really. There's no really girly colors, you could say.
Exactly. They're colors. They're literally colors.
You can like anything.
Pink doesn't belong to just girls, and blue doesn't belong to just boys. In my old school, because I just finished school, and in my old school, I literally told everyone that I hated the color pink, because everyone there used to hate the color pink. And I think that we kind of see femininity as a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because men kind of see it as a bad thing. If you look at, let's say Mean Girls, right, for example, Regina George is seen as a very feminine girl, but she's also the main protagonist of the movie. In so many movies, for example, I'm forgetting the movie, but it's the movie with Reese Witherspoon and the lawyer one. I forgot the name somehow. And I love the fact that she continues wearing pink, but in the beginning, it's a lot more feminine. And then once she she still continues wearing it, but it's still a lot more feminine in the beginning of the movie. And once she starts getting kind of into that lawyer role, it becomes a bit more less feminine in a way.
Yeah.
And it's really sad that we look at pink and just femininity in that way, that it's a bad thing, which it's not. It's wonderful.
I hate that people have to pretend to be someone in order to be seen as more authoritative, more more serious, more better suited, I think.
Yeah, for job positions and stuff,
Sure.
I feel like people definitely have to seem they're a bit more. Oh wait, yeah, I just realized the movie Legally Blonde. There you go. Just figured that one out. I feel like people really have to act as if we're not as girly, because somehow that's known as a trait that's bad.
It is.
Like I said, and weak, even though
we're equally as strong, we're equally as smart. We're
exactly.
Equally capable of doing great things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of men kind of forget is the fact that they come from a woman. And I think they forget that because they're like, oh my god, women are weak. It's like, are you calling your mother weak? And obviously, like, you know, it's just really annoying. It's like, men really, you know, like, a lot of them on a daily basis say, like, oh my god, women aren't as strong, but, like, they come from women. So, it
They
doesn't make
give
sense to
birth.
me. Like, okay, now obviously I understand if someone's, like, mother is, like, what, like, you know, non-binary or trans, which makes sense. But there's so many other things that women have done other than just like give birth. Like
And also
some
the reason why like you don't see like female entrepreneurs, scientists, people who have achieved great things is because they don't get celebrated as much by the media. They don't get much credit.
yeah, exactly. Like a lot of women, like basically I was doing this thing for school, this research thing. Actually both Estelle and I, we were doing this research thing for school where we had to research entrepreneurs. And you know, we just had to go for female ones because I mean why not? You know, like women, you know, women are super cool. One of the reasons I like them. And you know, women. And literally I could not find practically nothing on there. And it's really disgusting because one person I found, right, she was great, you know, she had a whole company and everything. And I found barely anything on her. But then, like, if you find something that a man did, or if you're looking for a male entrepreneur, you'd find literally thousands and thousands of results. And it's like, come on. Your misogyny is showing. Please.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like also, in parliament, you don't really see as many women as you see men. Like, I'm only speaking for some of the countries, for sure. And I also hate everything that men do to stop women from like getting things
Yeah,
done. You know?
exactly. Like, it's just really disgusting. I mean, like, why are men so scared of women?
They
Like,
are.
literally, we are humans. Okay, we're humans. We're all human, except for a few different things, and that is it. So, like, why are they so like biased towards men? Like, literally, we were talking the other day, and I think Estelle said that this world is literally made for straight white men. Like, if you're
It
not a
is.
straight white man, the world is going to be so hard for you.
Have you ever heard like okay, I'm just giving you an example here, but if Hillary Clinton, I'm talking about the 2016 election, I think, in the US. I'm talking Trump have said a lot of terrible things. He's caused xenophobia, he's got like homophobia, he's a Islamophobia, he's just a
He
overall
just
terrible human being
exactly.
who if he wasn't a straight white man, definitely wouldn't have won that election.
Wait, hold on, Estelle, you're wrong.
Oh yeah.
You mean straight orange man. He's not white.
Sorry. I think I got my facts wrong, guys.
No, but like literally, I can't like if he wasn't a guy, honestly, he wouldn't have won. Like,
No.
don't get me wrong, Hillary has definitely done some questionable things,
Yeah.
but not as bad as Trump, I swear to you. Like, why? And you know what, if you're listening to this and you're a Trump supporter, I mean, I don't hate you. I don't. I just want to know why.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Definitely.
I don't have anything against someone if they're a Trump supporter, okay?
No.
If you're a Trump supporter, and like, I mean, like, I know a few people who support Trump, and like all of them, literally all of them, they support him for certain reasons, but there are a lot of things that they don't like about him. Like, they don't like the fact that he's homophobic or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I hate Trump. He is my least favorite person on this planet. In my opinion, he's literally all the worst things you can have in a human, literally all wrapped up into one and
Orange.
served. Like, literally just wraps up into one like orange person and just given to the world. So I mean, I don't like him. I don't support Trump.
And
But I feel like
yeah.
if you're listening to this and you are a Trump supporter, first I just want to know why you support him. Just because, I mean, he doesn't have any great things about him. He didn't do anything for America to make it great. He
No,
literally he did nothing
he did
in his
nothing
time.
as president.
Exactly.
Um,
Um,
Also, you know what's so frustrating as like literally anyone? There are like derogatory words for everyone except for a straight white man.
that is so true. Literally, that is
Oh
so
god.
true. No, like for example, there's literally derogatory terms for literally everyone on this planet, but straight
Except
white
for
men don't
straight.
have any.
Yeah.
They don't have
Um,
any.
the son of a B word is like I guess could be used for men, but it's
It's still going towards women
it is
because it's
it's
saying
an
that the
insult to their
woman is the
mother.
B word. Exactly. It's like I don't get it. Like there's literally like derogatory terms for everyone. Black people, there's derogatory for Asian people, women, LGBTQ plus people, non-binary people. It's for
Everyone
everyone
except for
except
straight white men.
literally straight white men. Literally just going back to that point. It's for them. The world is made for them. The world is made for their pleasure and ease and comfort.
Yes.
Like everyone else, you're gonna go through at least like you're gonna go through a hard life, literally.
Yeah,
And
you're not gonna
yeah,
get that many opportunities or like get things easier because
exactly.
well you,
And
yeah.
I want to like talk about kind of this like this is kind of another topic where I'm kind of going off. But I'm just gonna go off to like just talking about Charlie D'Amelio. I don't have anything against her. I mean, like I'm happy for her fame, so that's really cool. Like the fact that she's so famous at such a young age is really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't
but
do
like,
anything.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything in my life except for this podcast. So good for her, you know. And honestly, I don't like the fact that we're literally breaking apart everything she says. Obviously, some things that she's done is wrong, like go to the Bahamas on vacation during a flipping pandemic is wrong. But every other little thing that she does, I feel like it's not right for us to kind of like
No.
tear it apart and make things from it.
She's
Um,
still a minor and she's not an adult
yeah.
yet, so she wouldn't know
Okay,
how
no,
to
but
think straight. Like I don't know what but she doesn't do that bad thing, Like
I feel like
it's not
okay,
that
so
bad. The things she does is not that bad.
so going back to one of your points, right? The minor point. But I kind of disagree with that because I mean, like she is old enough to make her own decisions, but at the same time, I kind of agree with you because it's like
You
I feel
don't
like a lot of her
attack a
decisions,
minor. Like
exactly, like a lot of the stuff that she's done isn't as bad. Obviously, it's bad. Like again, global pandemic, going to the Bahamas. But anyways, my original point was that I feel like again, she didn't know that her dad would blow up, right? She didn't know that like when she did the Renegade, it would blow up. But I feel like once it started blowing up,
she should have tagged. She
she
should
should
have.
have tagged the black creator for it. And the thing is, like, even though she did do it later on, it's like she still didn't get the amount of opportunities that Charlie did. And I think that that's just not cool in a way. Just because I feel like Charlie got a lot more opportunities. You know, she's getting to meet a lot more famous people. She's making a shit ton of money. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I feel like it's not fair. And yeah, but like again, I just like I feel like she should have
She should
done
have
her like
definitely given the black creator more credit and
exactly
like
like
more love that she deserves.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but other than that though, I mean like other than that, I think she's pretty cool.
She's
The
cool.
fact that she's made such a big name for herself at such a
And
young age is
and
really
that
cool.
much money. I don't have a
Exactly.
penny to my name.
I'm
Anyways.
practically broke at this point, so
And
so
also,
again, obviously,
yeah,
no hate to her. No hate to her
no
or
hate to
family or
her.
anyone
Love
who
her.
supports her.
Um,
Literally.
Another topic I want to discuss in this topic in this episode is how different things that we do as a woman is like you get called different names. Like if
Oh
you're
yeah.
being a good leader or like a little bossy, they call you bossy, they call you the B word. And if you're a man,
I
you're
try hard.
yeah, and if you're a man, you're called like a boss, you're good, you know? And you can't be mad as a woman because that's not cool.
Yeah, I think I think that comes a lot from like the 70s or like 50s or 60s or like back then basically, where like women were told to just kind of shut up and like
Yeah.
not say anything, and that's kind of still kind of translated kind of into like
Modern.
now.
Yeah.
Exactly, because
Right.
like now, for example, if a woman's angry, no one takes her seriously. Or
No.
I think I know Estelle has an experience with
I
that.
did. I was mad about my classmates in my old school calling a teacher fat because that had nothing to do with the telling off that she did. You could call her strict if you want. You can call her that, but you can't call her fat because you don't have to comment on their body for doing
Yeah,
their job, basically.
exactly.
And I got mad. I wasn't that mad. Like I didn't do anything. I just told them off basically. And they went up to me. Like I feel like most of my classmates, both boys and girls, they came up to me and they're like, "Why are you so mad? Like why are you so mad?" Basically repeating that question. While boys in my last school, I kid you not, they were fighting each other. They
Exactly.
were literally like screaming at each other. I think one of them got mad that they beat one up. So, you can't say that to me for telling a class off, okay?
Yeah, and the thing is,
For
like,
standing up to
you're
something I believe in.
exactly. And the thing is, in that situation, for those guys, like, or those people, there was no reason to, like,
Fat shame.
comment on someone's body
Yeah.
and fashion. Like, there was no reason for that, but they still did it, which is annoying. Um, and I feel like, honestly, if it was a guy that did that, no one would care. People would call him cool, and they'd think of him, oh my god, and all the like people, everyone would be over him, like, oh my god, that's so hot and stuff. Like, he stands up for people. But if a girl does it, it's like,
Oh,
why are
you're
you so
just
mad?
mad for no reason. You're just you can't
Or
control
that
your
like
anger. It's
exactly,
just you're
or
giving
like
a
that
fit.
stupid. Oh, and that stupid term. Is it that time of the month again? It's like
It wasn't, by
what?
the way. So,
It's like, why is that a question that we're putting in here in this conversation? And also, just
anger
generally,
is part of
women are
life.
called exactly. Women are called so hot-headed just because they're women. Like, I understand if like okay, I understand if you're gonna ask someone why they're so mad. If it was like a Karen screaming at like a kid in like Starbucks and being like, "Why does this not have caramel drizzle or something?" But like the fact that you're standing, like the fact Estelle, like you're standing up for fat shaming and like standing for the teacher, because again, no need to fat shame.
I
And
mean, they
again,
didn't
like
say
you're
it
like,
in front of the teacher, but I still got offended.
yeah,
Obviously,
it's like, you don't do that. Like
you
that's not
don't.
okay. You can't say stuff like that. But yeah, I think another thing that we should kind of talk about is it really blows my blood. But how sanitary products like pads and tampons need to pay for them?
It
Like,
is so
I'm
annoying.
sorry.
We lose so much money from paying for that stuff.
Nothing. Like, I did not ask. I did not ask to have my period. If I could, I would literally not have it.
It
But I
sucks.
can't do that. And it's like, okay, I was talking to this like teacher that I had in old school, and I realized I started my period because you just it's just a feeling that you get. Um, and I put my hand up, and I'm like, "Can I just go to the bathroom?" And he's like, "Oh, why? Like you can't just wait." And then people in my class were like, "Oh my god, she just wants to skip lessons." Like I really like that lesson. I love history. Okay, history lesson. I love it. Okay,
I love
I'm like,
history too.
exactly. History is just so much fun. But like, and then she just like, oh my god, no, you don't need to go. And I'm like, literally, I didn't know what else to do because I'm not gonna bleed through my like underwear and stuff. So I was like, okay, I think I'm starting my period, so like, could I go to the bathroom and check because I don't want to bleed out over here. And the fact when he said next to show this, just like showed me just how little we talk about female anatomy and just like periods and stuff. He said, just hold it in. Like, I don't need to shit. I don't need to poop or pee. I don't need to shit. I need to go check. I can't hold it in. Which is fine.
You
It's
can't
like,
control it. And
like,
honestly, you know what's so frustrating as well? Like there's like this pink tax where everything that's for female people like the prices are marked up. Like you can get a male razor at, for example, like razors, okay? You get a blue one that's for males. It's so much cheaper than a pink female one. What is up
It's
with that?
really that's really annoying because it's like they do the same thing. And the sad thing is that those razors, if men don't use them, no one will care. But if women don't use them and they have like even like one little piece of baby hair on their body, and it's like, oh my god, that's disgusting. You don't take care of yourself. Like, let me just tell you right now, my legs are like a man's legs because I have not gotten them done waxed in like ages. Because you know what? Who cares? Okay, it's body hair. Everyone gets it. It's normal. It was made for keeping us warm, and we just haven't evolved out of it yet. And honestly, like literally, like it's there for warmth, and like the reason
It's
that
there
it's
for
there
a
is because
reason.
exactly, and it's there because in the olden times they didn't have jeans. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have not seen a picture of cavemen wearing jeans and sweatpants. So like, they needed those things. They needed hair on their legs to keep them warm. And like the fact that
Definitely.
like people are getting mad at women, like, oh my god, that's unsanitary. Like, sir, you don't wipe your ass. Shut up. Like, go away.
Oh, I love that. I
It's really
mean,
annoying. But I feel like if we kind of like go like kind of like shift the conversation a little to men, and like obviously I'm not gonna
yeah.
talk about equality in men because I mean they have a lot of equality, and not equality, but like you know what I mean, right? They're
Yeah,
like
equal pay, equal
yeah,
everything.
they
No,
like we don't get
well,
equal pay, but
yeah, we
like
don't. We get lower pay
we
for
get lower
no
pay,
reason. And you see
and
lots of
we
male
still have to
CEOs, but like
we still have
not
to
a lot
pay
of
for
women.
sanitary products, even though we get lower pay, but whatever. No, but I want to kind of switch over to the male side and just talk about makeup and
Yeah,
dresses and nail
definitely.
polish.
And clothes.
Oh god, no, but like the thing is that I think okay, honestly, makeup on her looks so hot, but eyeliner, nail polish, guys and dresses, super duper hot, and I don't get it because back in the olden times, like olden times,
Men used to
dresses
wear
were
high
made.
heels.
Yeah, men used to wear high heels and dresses. Like if you look back, they used to wear them because it was known as a way of like being
Fashion.
rich and fashionable. And now it's like if a guy wears a dress, you have old Karens looking at them like what, like so they're not committing a crime by
It's
wearing a
not.
few pieces of cloth and powder. Like,
It's their right.
like
Everyone should be able to wear what they want.
exactly. And like same with like women, right? Like we're told to cover up because men
Get
will look at
distracted.
us. Oh my god, get distracted. Like I'm sorry, how are my shoulders distracting you? Like I'm sorry, like do you have some? I swear to God, I feel like all the people who set school like clothes rules and whatever, you know what I mean. I feel like they have a shoulder fetish or something because you're not allowed to show your shoulders. Like, what is up with that? Like your shoulders. Like I understand. Okay, I understand like super duper like short crop tops. I don't do it for short like shorts because those aren't for school. Okay, like I'm sure
Yeah.
it's really super hot, but like
No,
you know,
yeah. I'm okay with it, but like I think there's like clothes that you wear for like certain places. Like you wear
exactly.
like formal wear for like a formal dinner, things like
Yeah,
that.
and like exactly. But like I don't get what's wrong with wearing shorts and like literally just normal crop tops to school.
Yeah.
Like it'll literally be super duper hot outside, like 50 degrees Celsius. I'm not good with Fahrenheit. Sorry for anyone who's in Fahrenheit.
I can't either. So
So like it literally be 50 degrees outside, and I'll just be standing there having to wear like sweatpants or something because guys will be distracted by your legs. Like I'm sorry, like
well,
let them
shouldn't
be
we cover up our
distracted.
toes?
Like oh my god, yes. It's like I'm sorry if they're gonna be distracted, but I'm not gonna be out here pulling a Wicked Witch of the West. I'm not going to melt, okay? No. Like just let me wear what I want.
Wear what you want.
Actually, and like even in the street, honestly, like the fact that we have to cover up, we have to suffer.
Oh, I hate
Because men
victim
can't
blaming.
control themselves.
Literally, you get victim blamed. Like you could be wearing I don't know, whatever, and you apparently you can't wear a skirt now because it it makes
Yeah,
men do things. I don't know what to say, but
yeah. It's
I
like
hate
it's really
that.
yeah. I mean,
I
like
hate
okay, so
victim blaming. It's not a woman's fault. They can wear what they want. Men have to control themselves.
it's like men. Okay, so I read this thing right where it's like women, right? Let's say someone's lesbian, right? And if a lesbian can control herself or themselves in a room full of women in the changing room, I'm sure that a straight man can control themselves when a woman is
Yeah.
fully clothed in the street. I can guarantee you can do it. Only thing is they don't want to because it's like, oh my god, but she was showing her legs. So what? She still didn't want to see your wang, Jason. I swear to you, she did not. Okay, she
She
didn't.
didn't.
She said no one time. And the thing is, men will literally be like, oh, but she was drunk or she was asking for it. Someone
They
saying no does not
want.
mean they're asking for it. Like, okay, and the other thing is, like, I was drunk. Like, okay, I know people when they're drunk. I've seen people get blackout drunk. And none of them that felt like assaulting someone or saying someone. None of them.
Yeah.
So like you can't use that as an excuse to be like, oh well, booze. No, you can't do that. Like that's
No.
not an excuse.
That's what I hate most. Like, okay, I think there's this case in England. I forgot, but like this girl was walking home and she was like covered up, as you could say, and she was walking in a main street at night, but she still got killed and raped by a police officer.
I mean, the fact that it was a police officer
That makes me mad.
just makes it so much worse. Like it's already bad. It's already super bad.
You can't
It's
trust
already
anyone.
super bad. But the fact they're supposed to keep us safe. And okay, so I have a bit of personal story. Again, this is a trigger warning. So like if anyone's ever talking about like like so trigger warning, grooming, and again I was talking a bit about like sexual assault. So this trigger warning. So we're just gonna call the bad word. So anyways, so I remember being in school, right? And my geography teacher, he was really creepy, super duper creepy. And he was just really creepy and stuff. And I started wearing shorter skirts, and that's when he like offered me help, kind of in a way, because I had always asked for help and he never offered it to me. But the moment I started wearing shorter skirts and I lost weight, he was like, "Oh, well, do you want to like come and like stay like after school?" Like, okay, I'm sorry, that's disgusting. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not dumb. But yeah, it's just really disgusting, honestly. We have to stop doing that.
I hate especially when teachers do that. I think teachers are supposed to be someone you have to feel comfortable with and someone that's supposed to help you and basically someone you trust your own life, like not life, but like someone you
Yeah, I
basically
know what you
trust.
mean.
They're a
Like
safe space.
they're supposed to be people that you trust, but and they're supposed to keep you safe, but then somehow it's like
They're the ones that is not keeping you safe.
Okay, so
I think this is the end of this episode. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.